Captain Arthur Robbie Burns DSO OBE QPM CPM was awarded the DSO for his service during the Second World War fighting in Italy in 1944, and later had a distinguished career in the British Colonial Office and the English police. He served throughout the Italian campaign as a subaltern and later as a captain. He was wounded twice, fighting in the Anzio beachhead. He was later posted to the Middle East. In 1946, after serving in the British Palestine Mandate, he returned to the police service in his native Derbyshire. Personal. Arthur Burns was born on the 18th of November 1917 at Darley Abbey, Derbyshire, and educated at Kedleston Road School, where he was the school swimming champion. He played soccer for Derby Boys and rugby for Derby Rugby Football Club, before going to the local technical college. Police background. Burns joined the police in 1939, continuing a family tradition which had been started by his great-grandfather in 1840. After 2 years, during the Second World War, he volunteered for service in the British Army, being commissioned as an officer, becoming a second lieutenant, and did his training in Scotland, where he acquired the nickname Robbie. The family tradition ended when his daughter, Lynn Burns, retired from the police force as a CHINSP in the Derbyshire Constabulary in 1996. Military service. Burns enlisted in 1942, initially into the Green Howards. On completion of his officer training he was commissioned into the 1st Battalion, Duke of Wellington's regiment. The battalion was part of the 3rd Infantry Brigade, alongside 2nd Sherwood Foresters and 1st King's Shropshire Light Infantry, part of the 1st Infantry Division. DSO Medal, Italy 1944. In October 1944 the 1st Battalion, Duke of Wellington's regiment was ordered to attack Monte Secco, near Palazzuolo sul Senio, northeast of Florence, after 2 repulsed attacks by the 2nd Foresters and the 1st KSLI. The mountain was strategically important, having total command of Harrow Route, which was an important route north for the Allied advance. 1 DWR began an assault on the 6th of October. During the night the attack was stopped by the COLT Colonel Shiel, and C Company withdrew under heavy fire. A Toy remained clinging to its position near the top. LT Colonel Shiel visited Burns, who had observed that the Germans were least alert in the early afternoon. Shiel agreed with Burns' suggestion that this would be the best time to attack the Germans. A second attack took place at about 15:30 on the 8th of October. C Company led the advance with A Company in close support. C Company was held up by heavy machine gun and mortar fire on the reverse slope of the preceding ridge, and Shiel was ordered to get A Company through, whilst Burns and C Company's commander, Captain Peter Hassel, were assessing the situation from the exposed ridge top. They were joined by LT Colonel Shiel. A decision was made to have B Company lead the attack and have A Company move through them onto the crest. A burst of Spandau fire opened up on the 3 officers and instantly killed LT Colonel Shiel and wounded Captain Hassel in the arm. Burns then took command of both A and C companies, and after some hurried reconsolidation the attack continued. Burns personally led 2 platoons in an attack on 2 machine gun positions on the crest. Under intense fire they took control of the ridge, wiping out the machine gun posts in the attack. The enemy counter-attacked twice through the night of 8 to 9 October, but were repulsed with heavy casualties and withdrew to pre-prepared positions further north. Following the capture of Monte Secco, the award of a DSO was conferred on Captain Burns. Private Richard Henry Burton, a member of Burns' company, was awarded the Victoria Cross for gallantry in that same action. Captain Burns' citation in the December supplement to the London Gazette read, "For outstanding leadership and personal bravery in the face of strong enemy opposition during the attack and capture of Montecisi on 8 and 9 October 1944. The capture of the Montecisi feature was vital to the advance as the feature was strongly held by the enemy and dominated forward company positions and the main axis of advance. This feature was 759 meters high with sheer slopes near the crest. It rained throughout the 8th and night 8th and 9th of October. Conditions were well nigh impossible over ground which at the best of times was precipitous and difficult. Throughout the operation, Captain Burns led his men with courage and cheerfulness. He took every opportunity to wipe out known enemy resistance. He inspired his men with his personal courage in the face of the enemy. It was this officer's leadership and his initiative in taking control when his commanding officer was killed, together with his total disregard for personal safety, which undoubtedly inspired the men during the attack and capture of the objective, which was essential for the successful continuation of the battle. Burns served with 1 DWR in Palestine after the war. On demobilization, he returned to Derby as a constable, until his DSO ribbon was spotted by the chief constable. He was then promoted rapidly to command the Derby SID post-World War II police career. In 1956 he was hand-picked to the Colonial Office for 2 years' duty in Cyprus as an Assistant Commissioner of Police during the EOKA campaign. He was awarded a Colonial Police Medal at the end of his tour. He served as Deputy Chief Constable of Norwich City, and later in the same position in Essex. He subsequently became Chief Constable of Suffolk. Queen's Police Medal. He was awarded the Queen's Police Medal in 1975 and was appointed OBE the following year. After retiring on the 30th of June 1976, he settled at Duffield, Derbyshire. He died in 2008, aged 90. A widower, he was survived by his daughter Lynn.